Hey guys, welcome to another Versus Battle remake, a part of Wave 7. Yes, we still have a lot more of these to do. And I believe the next one is, I think, Godzilla Evolved versus Yukanlo, so that should be interesting. But hey, yeah, let's actually, begin here. So it's Sephiroth versus Mewtwo. And again, last time I did this, I was really lazy. I really was here. And again, I didn't really feel like scaling it. I kind of just did it just to get it over with, and I am very sorry for that. But today, let's actually do some justice here. Now, Sephiroth would actually be into those universal level categories if you take the whole chaos and order thing for the verse actually very seriously. This is important because beings like the Emperor are actually able to use the powers of these higher tier gods that actually embody the concepts of chaos and order and are actually able to erase each other in their free time. Yeah, I guess they get bored here. But they're able to erase each other on a conceptual level and regenerate from it here. And, well, Sephiroth should actually be one of the strongest, if not the second strongest being in the verse. Just let me know down below who you guys rank amongst him and Bahamut, because I can definitely see an argument for both of them being above the gods of chaos and order. Now, this is important here, considering the sheer fact that a lot of the Final Fantasy stuff here is dictated by will, especially their hexes and abilities here. Now, this is actually important because Sephiroth has one of the strongest wills in the verse here. He has various things like power nullification, molecular manipulation, atomization, yes, teleportation to a certain degree here. He has dimensional travel to a certain degree here. He also has reality warping and a limited version of telepathy. He's able to control some people, he's able to cast illusions upon them, and he's obviously able to use supernova. Yeah, you know the thing where he can just blow up a solar system and just make it attack you and then hold you in illusion until that happens. Yeah, that's actually pretty crazy, ain't it? And because of his will, he's actually able to do this on a much higher level. As again, it's noted in his own verse that he has one of, if not the strongest will in the entirety of the Final Fantasy verse here. This has allowed him to beat characters like Cloud and even contend against, beings like the I think it was the Knight of Light or the Guardian of Light. Please let me know down below which one it was here. But again, he has been able to not only contend against these characters, but he has been able to beat them on multiple occasions here. And considering the sheer fact that Gilgamesh is, sorry, not Gilgamesh, excuse me, I think he has been able to fight their version of Gilgamesh, so excuse me. So, with that being said here, let me collect myself. Sephiroth should easily be into those complex multiversal to universal ranges in power. He's been able to basically do it all. And do it all without a sweat, excuse me. And again, he is seen as one of the strongest beings in his verse. So he should upscale. He definitely upscales the Emperor. The same Emperor who is actually able to destroy countless and infinite dimensions. So again, yes, Final Fantasy does have an infinite multiverse, or whatever was left of it after the Emperor, decided to be petty and destroy it. But overall, yes, Final Fantasy should be into those universal categories, with obviously Sephiroth being one of the pinnacles of the verse as well. Him being able to take on, defeat, and even being able to battle against beings like Cloud, the Emperor, Gilgamesh, all that stuff here. So, with that being said here, and he also possesses a sword, meaning he actually has a decent amount of skill level to actually be able to wield it. Yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say here that Gilgamesh, I keep trying to say Gilgamesh, Sephiroth here. Sephiroth should easily be into those complex multiversal to universal categories. But let's move on to his opponent, that being Mewtwo, another ultimate creation by the likes of Giovanni using the DNA of Mew, which was known as one of the strongest Pokemon on the planet. Now again, how credible Giovanni is actually up for debate here, but Mewtwo at base, if we are considering when this came out, should scale above not only the Kanto, beings, or the Kanto legendary Pokemon, but also scale above the Johto legendary Pokemon. This even includes the likes of Lugia, who's actually able to go toe-to-toe and actually press Hoppa badly to the point where he had to get BFR here. However, Mewtwo actually has some decent scaling. especially if you use the Rainbow Rocket scaling, where he's noted to be one of these, if not the strongest Pokemon on the planet, which even includes the likes of Dialga and Palkia's avatars, which are the embodiments of time and space themselves, putting them at Universal, because again, they are embodying it, and they are able to transcend it to a large amount here. Now, he was also able to fight against the likes of 50% Zygarde, a being that can actually not only go toe-to-toe, but actually being able to press the likes of a Ultra Necromaza. This is important because Ultra Necromaza herself here is actually able to absorb all the light in Ultra Space, and Ultra Space is a multiverse that is beyond the confines of the original Pokemon multiverse. Now, this is actually pretty important because everything in Pokemon is noted to be infinite, even though shards from the Cave of Wonders are actually infinite in size, or infinite in their dimensions where they contain them here. So, with that being said here, with them being able to destroy 2 multiverses if they wanted to here, and being able to battle against the confines of beings that actually embody the concepts of time and space itself here, actually are able to manipulate space to a large degree, and actually created the very concept of space itself here, and time, and, reality, excuse me. This should easily put Mewtwo at an Universal category just by his base alone, considering again he is able to fight against Darkrai, and actually he possesses a plethora of abilities, possessing every psychic type of attack in the verse. Okay, I had to, fix myself there. I apologize. He possesses every Psychic type attack in the verse here, including things like Shadow Ball, Protect, Psychic, obviously, being able to use telepathy, even being able to mind control and wipe someone's memories, using telekinesis, teleportation. He has a little bit of amount of atom manipulation and molecular manipulation as well here, and even transmutation, as he's able to blast his opponent so hard that he's able to turn them into stone. So, with that being said here, I think that honestly does cover Mewtwo. Obviously, he would be faster than light, as he does scale above even the average Pokemon, which even a stage 1 Pokemon can actually move faster than light. Yeah, I know, it's actually crazy here. And keep in mind, even the basic Pokemon can reach, like, large planetary levels because they're able to create black holes and stuff here. So with that being said, with him scaling above the likes of the Creation Trio, the avatars of the Creation Trio due to the Rainbow Rocket as well here, this will also put him above the Lake Trio, and that means he could destroy the concept of spirit itself. Yeah, hope, mind, body, and, basic emotions. Yeah, Mewtwo can destroy that pretty easily. So without further ado, let's begin here. Who wins this matchup more often than not? And I hope this version is better than my last one here, because again, I want to make this far better and kind of pay back for my laziness when I originally made that video here. And so with that being said here, while I do think Sephiroth might be the smarter of the two here, he is definitely not winning this, unfortunately. Now, while, Sephiroth's will is supreme, Sephiroth is noted to be the strongest being in his verse and stuff like that there, the thing about it is here, Mewtwo has fought higher cosmological beings that would honestly make Sephiroths look like children. And yes, I am even talking about some of the weaker versions of characters like Zygarde and, even the avatars of the Creation Trio. Yeah, they would make the gods of chaos and order in the Final Fantasy verse look like children. They would have no chance at even beating them in a straight up confrontation, let alone in a one-on-one fight situation. And again, while Sephiroth is powerful, like I said earlier, he's able to beat characters like the Emperor and contend against him. He's able to beat Cloud, who's just about beating everybody in his own verse. And again, Sephiroth is the one who gives him the most trouble. Says a lot now, doesn't it, huh? So, in all honesty, the problem is here, Mewtwo scales above a plethora of Pokemon that actually are able to breach through the likes of space and time, which is again confirmed by the creator of Pokemon to be infinite Okay, all forms of space and time in Pokemon are infinite. So even being able to breach through a dimension, you're breaking through an infinite layer. That's basically what you would have to do here. If you're breaking an infinite amount of something, you have to break through those infinite likes of layers. And so with Mewtwo actually being able to fight against these Pokemons, not in his base form, but to actually cause them to like even stroke out due to his psychic prowess and psychic power, him being able to defend himself from a lot of Sephiroth's abilities, it's very possible that the illusion Sephiroth would cast would not work due to the sheer fact that psychic Pokemon actually have a nullification ability that prevents them from getting mind hacked as well here. So in all honesty, when it comes down to it here, I actually do see Mewtwo beating Sephiroth more often than not here. He just scales a bit higher and just has a much more detailed and a much more, I would have to say, higher cosmology than the likes of Final Fantasy. But that's going to be all for today, you guys, and y'all have a blessed day. Peace.